The boy leapt and landed squarely on the yellow square. He jumped again, perfectly avoiding the black and white squares to reach the finish line. Next came the frail Marlo. But he spotted a loophole in the game. He advanced on his elbows and knees, for the rules only forbade using feet. They never said other body parts couldn't touch the ground. After Marlo passed, it was Alice's turn. She calmly pulled out a rope, gently flicked it to secure it on the doorknob. As a circus acrobat, she skillfully crossed using only her tightrope walking prowess. Finally, it was the brainiac Peter's turn. Everyone expected him to devise a more complex method, but he merely glanced at the grid and strode confidently straight through. As everyone puzzled over this, Pete revealed the truth. The rule forbade stepping on black or white squares, but he'd calculated that the squares were all rectangular. Thus, walking directly across them caused no issue. After passing the first round, they were led to a secret chamber within the ancient castle. The examiner demanded they find the exit within 5 minutes and ring the great bell atop the tower. One contestant would be eliminated in this round. As the chime sounded, the race began. Alice spotted the loophole first. She opened the ventilation shaft and used her agile movements to reach the roof ahead of schedule. Meanwhile, Marlo was still measuring. He quickly calculated the optimal route, but by the time he reached the roof, Mike had followed close behind. Mike then knocked Marlo down to reach first. Yet among the four, only Pete noticed the braille engraved on the doorplate. Guided by it, he encountered Marlo. By the time he helped Marlo reach the rooftop, they had exceeded the time limit. Yet the examiner declared the game wasn't over. Only Mike had rung the bell, while first arriver Alice remained motionless. It turned out the rules didn't prioritize arrival order. Only 3 collaborators ringing the bell together would advance. Mike was eliminated for selfishness. They were then led to the final test. The examiner explained there were 3 switches, but only one could turn on the lights upstairs. They had only one chance to go upstairs and check. How could they determine which switch was correct? No sooner had the words left his mouth than a girl answered first. Yet the examiner pointed out flaws in her reasoning. Immediately, other students began offering answers, but no one provided the correct solution. Then Pete raised his hand. He suggested turning on the first switch for 10 minutes. Once the time was up, activate the second switch. When running upstairs to check, if the light is on, it's the second switch. If the light is off, but residual heat remains, it's the first switch. If neither occurs, it's the third switch. The examiner was satisfied with his answer. But then Alice proposed an even simpler solution. Local building codes stipulate switches must be installed half a meter from the doorframe. A simple ruler measurement would confirm the location. Just then, the principal entered and announced that Alice and Peter had passed the test. Ultimately, both earned admission to the Academy for the Gifted.